I really hope you guys can hear me right now. Hey everyone, I'm your tech and photo enthusiast. Today we're going to see if this $8 Amazon microphone is any good. Let's get started. So I got this microphone on Amazon for $8. This microphone is the MPTCL 2-pack Lavalier microphone, USB-C wireless lav mic for Android phone noise cancelling, mini lapel, mic Type-C for Samsung video recording, TikTok vlog. Wow, that's one long title, but who cares? It's $8. Anyway, I got this microphone set for $8 on Amazon because I was able to snag some coupons at the time. Right now, as a filming, it goes for about $20, and I've been seeing random coupons show up that give you anywhere from like 10 to 30% off. If you don't mind waiting though, you could pick up similar microphones for just a little over $9 before tax on AliExpress. Basically, for under $10, you get the receiver, two microphones, two microphone clips, and a USB-C cable to charge the microphones. Mine also came in this little tin case, which I thought was pretty nice. The receiver in this particular unit is USB-C, although they also make Lightning versions for anyone with an iPhone 14 or older. Keep in mind that the USB-C version does work on the USB-C iPhone 15s and also the iPads, which is actually really cool. The USB-C connector is also nice and long on the receiver, so it fits my phone without having to remove the case at all. Also a great benefit. On top of that, the receiver is also very light and small, so it doesn't cause any issue when putting it on my phone's gimbal, regardless if I'm in portrait mode or landscape orientation. The receiver also has a USB-C port on it for pass-through charging, although it doesn't support fast charging at all, so if you need to fast charge your phone, I would recommend removing the receiver so you can do that between shoots. Looking at the microphone, it has a foam filter on it that is removable, should you need to remove it for any reason. And then on the side, we have a power button that if you press and hold will turn on or off the microphone. But if you press once, it'll mute or unmute the microphone. Very nice to see a feature like that included on an $8 microphone. Then on the back of the microphone, we have this little slot for the microphone clip to slide into. The clip can also slide in both directions, which is also nice to see. Last is a conveniently included USB-C cable. What's even more convenient is that the cable goes from a single USB-A connector to dual USB-C cables. That way you can charge both microphones at the same time. But enough of this. I know you are all here to see the performance of these things. I mean, come on, they're $8. How bad can they be, right? Well, so far, everything you heard in this video is straight off these microphones. But how well do they work from a distance? Well, on Amazon's page, they claim they can work up to like 100 feet. Can we trust it though? I don't know. So let's go outside and test it for ourselves. All right, so I'm outside now. Basically, we're going to see if this 100-foot claim is correct. I have here my tape reel for the measurement, and then my tablet just so I could see myself and make sure I don't screw up. Right now I'm about 5 feet away, and it's actually got a bit of wind today, so we'll see how it sounds, if the noise canceling works at all. And let's get started. And 25, this is 25 feet away. This is basically how my voice sounds right here. There's still wind, although the wind is blowing behind me. Hopefully you guys can hear me well. I actually won't know what I sound like until I go back and review the footage. So yeah. And just for fun, let's switch to the 3x mode. There we go. A little closer now. Let's keep going. We're going to stop next at the 50-foot mark to see how I sound. And 50. This is what I sound like at 50 feet. And like I said, I won't know what I sound like till I review the footage, but hopefully I still sound okay. There's still wind, and in fact, if I turn around here, I can have the wind blowing at me. And I mean, hopefully it's blocking the sound of the wind, not my voice. Let's keep going. And 75 feet. This is me 75 feet away from my phone using just this little cheap $8 microphone. And hopefully you can still hear me. The wind died down just a little bit, although it's going to pick back up soon. I mean, we're in Michigan. It's the fall. It's going to pick up. And yeah, there it is. Hopefully right now with the wind blowing into my microphone, you can actually only hear my voice and not the wind. But again, I won't know till I review the footage. Let's get a little closer. Let's go to the 10 times mode. All right. So now we're at 82. And 100. We are 100 feet away from my phone. And hopefully you guys can hear me. I really hope you guys can hear me right now. Otherwise, I'm just talking to a wall. So yeah, this is what I sound like at 100 feet. The wind has died down a little bit, but still blowing here and there. Hopefully noise cancellation still works. And then just for fun, I'm going to try 125 feet and also 150 feet away. So let's go. And 125 feet. This is roughly 125 feet away. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. I really hope you guys can hear me. I mean, this is past what Amazon actually claims it goes up to. So if you can hear me, that's very impressive. We're also at the 10 times mode on my phone, which is probably about 240 millimeters. So any of you that use like a 70 to 200, I mean, it'll pick up your voice. Yeah, let's go further. And 150. This is 150 feet away, roughly. I mean, it's not perfect. But hopefully you guys can hear me. No wind. The wind died down, so that's kind of sad. I was hoping to test the noise cancellation. Hopefully you guys can actually hear me. Otherwise, I might just sound like a garbled mess, or just you don't hear anything at all. I don't know. We'll find out once I review the footage. See you shortly. So there you have it. They work all the way at 100 feet. They even worked up to 150 feet. But that's with full line of sight. And that's the thing. Check out this clip I'm about to play. If you can hear me, this is extremely impressive. I'm going to go further. Go all the way here. I believe this is like 150 feet away. And I really want to know if you can hear me from 150 feet away, because my tablet won't even connect to my Wi-Fi that easily from all the way over here. Did you hear that? The moment I turned around, I sounded like a complete garbled mess because of my own body creating a barrier from the microphone to the microphone's receiver, even though I'm in a completely open field with no walls between us. Keep in mind, Amazon claims the microphone only works up to 100 feet, so I was way past what they claim. And then on top of that, they only claim 50 feet when you're behind a door or a wall or any objects like that. And based on the fact that when I turned around at the 75-foot mark and I still sounded pretty decent, I trust their claims. Now, how does this microphone compare to my phone's built-in microphone? I'm going to play a clip for you guys to listen to that's going to be recorded off my smartphone's built-in microphone. For comparison, this is what I sound like through my smartphone's built-in microphone. I'm standing maybe 6 feet, 5 feet away from my phone, not very far. And yeah, and this is also in a very quiet room within my home. Basically, with the microphone on, I sound a lot better. As you can hear between that clip and how my voice sounds, using the microphone just makes my voice sound so much louder. Doesn't make me sound so far away. So even if you're a content creator that's in a quiet area and you're close to your phone, I would still recommend purchasing these microphones because they really do help your audience hear your voice better, especially if you're somebody who makes content where you're constantly walking around the room with your camera fixed in place. Where it really makes a difference on using these microphones is when you're in a noisy environment. So let's go to my theater room and see how the microphone compares to my phone. So now I'm inside the theater. In here, I've got 7 speakers all around me, along with 4 speakers in the ceiling. Basically, I'm gonna play a background sound of people talking, like you're at a convention or something. Currently, it's about 30 decibels in here. And then when I play it, it's gonna be right around the 80 decibel mark. Let's see if you guys can even hear my voice. This is playing from the phone speaker alone. So this is what I sound like right now. Assuming you can hear me, and I'm in the room at 80 decibels. So I don't know if you guys heard any of that, but basically I said this is what I would sound like if I was in a room that was 80 decibels loud. And once I review the footage, we'll see what it sounds like. Now I have the microphone attached. We're going to see how it handles a room with about 80 decibels of sound. Once again, I've got the decibel meter here on the phone, and let's get started. And now this is what I sound like talking about normal volume. I'm not talking loudly, I'm not yelling at all. And I'm about, say, 5 feet away, almost 10 feet away from my phone. So just for fun, I figured let's try it out when the room is about 70 decibels. So again, this is what I sound like through the microphone in a room roughly around 70 decibels. Again, I'm not yelling, I'm just talking as if I was talking to somebody in front of me. And I'm sitting about, close to 10 feet away from my phone. So as you might have noticed in the clips I just played of myself in the theater, you can't even hear what I'm saying in such a loud environment when I'm recording just from my phone's built-in microphone. However, you were able to hear me when I had this microphone in. Keep in mind, that was just an example of a loud environment, not necessarily noise canceling. Very different things because I had a clip of people talking in the background, which is probably the most difficult thing for any noise canceling system to cancel out, simply because the frequencies aren't much different than the frequencies of my voice. So, how does it do from normal noise cancellation? Let's find out. To test noise cancellation, I thought what better way than to bring my biggest fan. Basically, I'm going to start at the lowest power rating, and at the lowest setting, with it being so close to me, it's going to be very, very loud. I don't know if the microphone's going to pick it up, but that's what we're testing. So let's begin. So this is the first setting out of 3. I'm talking in a normal voice. I'm not really yelling at all. Hopefully you guys can hear me well and not pick up too much of the wind. And again, because it's so close to me, this is like if you're outside in an extremely windy day. But anyway, I'm going to go on to the next power setting. Now we're on the medium power setting. And again, I really hope you guys can still hear me. I don't know how much of the wind is picking up, but we're going to find out once we review the footage. Now we're going to go on to the third power setting. And this is the third and the highest power setting that the fan has. Basically, I don't know if you guys can tell from the video, it is blowing wind at me really, really fast. This is like, this is as if you're driving a convertible in a vehicle going like 20, 25 miles an hour. Or if you're in your car, you open your window at like 20, 25 miles an hour and you have all that gush of wind blowing at you. this is basically what it feels like. And again, if you guys can hear me and it's canceling out the sound of the fan, that's pretty impressive. So as you guys just heard from that clip with the fan, that was honestly extremely impressive. You can hear the sound of the wind just a little bit, but it was not overpowering in any way, shape, or form. You were able to hear my voice perfectly fine, which to me was very impressive, especially at this price point and at how hard the fan was blowing the wind on my face. So now that we've put these through their paces, are they worth it? Yes. 1,000,000 times yes. They're $8. I can't get a burger for that price nowadays. And I wasn't expecting them to perform as well as they did. Honestly, even at $20, I think they're pretty much worth it. And you get 2 microphones, not just one. So if you had a podcast or you're recording with a friend, you get to use this set and record everything. The only thing cheaper than these microphones is your ability to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so I can see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.